Hello, my name is Allison Stein. I'll be doing a presentation on malaria today. After having traveled to Africa and experienced malaria preventative medicine, as well as being an advocate of family planning and environmental awareness, I think as the climate changes and as our populations get denser, mosquito-borne illnesses will become more and more of a problem. So here, a little background on the disease. It's one of the most severe public health problems in the world. It's the leading cause of death in many third world countries, affecting pregnant women and children most often. For example, in 2012, over 500,000 people died as a result of malaria. And it is preventable and curable. Transmission signs and symptoms. It's caused by a parasite, so it's not the mosquito itself that is causing the disease. It's a parasite within the mosquito saliva that can get transmitted once the mosquito bites an infected individual and then bites another individual. There was also a fifth parasite discovered in Southeast Asia. And that is transmitted from animal to human. So instead of being mosquito-borne, it can also be transmitted via animals. It's transmitted by female Anopheles mosquitoes, and as I said, via their saliva. They infect red blood cells, and that can be detected on a blood smear. So not only can you have transmission via mosquitoes, but if your blood's infected, that also includes blood transfusions, organ transplants, childbirth, or sharing needles. So the transmission cycle, if a mosquito's infected, bites an individual, this person, if pregnant, can relay it to her unborn child. It infects the liver. That's where these parasites reproduce and multiply. Then it's infecting your blood, and you get signs like this: fever, headache, shivering, vomiting, hemolytic anemia, jaundice, hemoglobin in urine, retinal damage, convulsions. Can also be similar to septicemia, gastroenteritis, and viral diseases. So in order to diagnose this disease, if you're in a malaria prevalent region and you're showing these sorts of signs and symptoms, it's probable that you have malaria. And in order to diagnose malaria, you have to get a blood smear. So it's pretty easy. You just get your blood drawn, and they can look and see whether your red blood cells are infected with this parasite under a microscope. High-risk areas include a lot of areas along the equator, wet, humid, warm regions where mosquitoes thrive are most affected. So as climate change becomes more and more of an issue, we could be seeing mosquito-borne illnesses make their way up into North America, perhaps infect more of South America, more of Africa could be affected, the Pacific and Asia. Prevention strategies: there's no vaccine for malaria, so the best way to prevent spreading is either through medication or mosquito elimination, prevention of bites, so bed nets, mosquito repellent, long clothing. Case management can be easily treated with medications. Types and drugs and length of treatment depend on the type of malaria, the person who is infected, age, whether they're pregnant or not, or the degree of sickness. In severe cases, IV medications are necessary. Thank you very much.